Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. And welcome back. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Tuesday stream. Greetings. I hope you're all having a lovely day today. I just woke up. Hello, 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 everyone. Jimmy, good morning and congratulations on the first. Hatchney, good afternoon. Hey, Fox, how's it going? Hello, 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 Fox. Hope you're doing well. Neffy, good afternoon. And I hope you feel better soon. MJM, good afternoon. Renoa! How's it going, Renoa? Renoa just posted the first ever image of spiders in my Discord that I'm not instantly deleting. We have a very strict no spider policy because they freak me the fuck out. And Renoa just managed to post the first set of spiders that I went like, oh, those are adorable. Instead of, get this nightmare away from me. Good job. I didn't think that would ever happen. Well bloody done. Well bloody done. Loki Chu, I hope you're doing well. Hello, hello. Marinara, I banished thee to the Shadow Realm. The Shadow Realm? Made a delicious lunch and dinner? What'd you make? Was it? No, that joke's too easy. No, that joke's too easy. What'd you make? Galundier, good afternoon. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. No, it's like 6 p.m. I just had a nap. I'm pretty nocturnal at the moment. I'm pretty nocturnal. Ring song. Good morning, afternoon. Hope you're doing well. Hello. And Crembo, good evening. Good evening, Crembo. Creamy Italian chickpeas. Ooh, that does sound delicious. Hold up. That does sound delicious. You want a Renoa spoiler? Understandable. Those look adorable. Did you know the ancestors of spiders branched off still in the oceans? Why didn't they stay in the oceans? Is this why the first fish crawled on land? Is that why? There were spiders in the ocean. Understandable now. Awful still. Hello. Hold up. Here you ducks. There we go. I'm going to be relatively slow today. Like I said, just woke up. Still processing the horrors of being awake. But we don't need to rush. One of these days I'm going to set up shop for all the creatures I keep making. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You seem to be really good at that as well. Not when spiders are safe from becoming crabs. Where's the difference, huh? Hey, Corgi. Good evening. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Corgi. And Kensei. Thank you for the hydrate, Kensei. Good afternoon. Hope you're well. Hichi, good morning. Hichi, that's an early Hichi. Holy shit. That is a very early Hichi. How you doing? Hope you're well. Hello, Hichi. I'm going to talk about this. Hichi is an absolute menace. If you haven't watched Hichi in a minute, you should go watch Hichi. I hope you don't take offense to this, but there's a very, very clear difference between the Hichi pre-move and the Hichi post-move. The post-move Hichi is like, I want to say way more unhinged, but it feels more like, I don't want to say happier because I don't know, right? But the post-move Hichi feels way more like just herself. Maybe the word to use is way less reserved. It is actually quite fun. It's quite fun. Out of control, that is another phrase to use. Containment breached. Containment breached. Elaborate, what's that mean? Huh? I don't really know how to describe it. It's more like a flair, more like a feeling. It's like a vibe thing, huh? But that's an easy cop out. In reality, like before, I'm gonna say, like, before your streams were fun, but you always felt like relatively reserved, right? And since the move, there have been way more moments, like, on stream where, how do I put this? How do I phrase it? It's really weird to phrase. But I feel like since the move, there have been way more, like, moments on stream where, like, something happens and you just kind of lose it, right? There's like an ugly laugh moment of going like, shit like this, right? Where there's just, like, really natural feeling reactions. Not that you didn't have that before, but it feels like it's a lot more frequent now. That feels like a critique of the way that you streamed previously, but I don't even think that's true. I don't know, it feels different. It just feels different. Keep doing you, okay? That's all I mean. That's all I mean to say. Where are these non-gremlin VTubers? Hold up. Okay, so non-gremlins that I know. Well, fuck, hold up. I legitimately set out in the sentence and try and name, like, a couple of, like, non-gremlins that I know, but Milo and Blade? Have you ever been to one of those two streams? Nah, Niffy, nah, not at all. No, those two are fairly gremlin-y. Cam? Yeah, Camille. Camille is a very good example. Honestly, until recently, I would have said Sari, but no, Sari's a fucking gremlin. Holy shit. Now that I know Sari a little bit better, Sari is an absolute gremlin. Army is an arch gremlin. Army is an absolute arch gremlin, that's true. Non-gremlin VTubers. Absolutely Cam. Like, Cam 100%. Cam is way too wholesome to be like a gremlin. Like, she sometimes tries to lean into that energy, but nah, not at all. I'm gonna pull up my fucking Discord, hold up. There have to be like non-gremlin VTubers that I know. Craig is not a gremlin, right? Hannah? No, Hannah's an absolute gremlin. I know that one. Yeah, no, I think I give up. I give up. That's it. That's it. Craig's too wholesome. Correct, Missy. Absolutely correct. Hold up. Maria feels too grown up to be a gremlin, but she has that gremlin energy. Elf. Yo, Elf. Elf's not a gremlin at all. Elf is like whatever gremlins are when they grow up. Whatever gremlins are when they grow up become professionals, that's what Elf is. Elf is a post-gremlin. Nope, I've gone through all the VTubers I know. I've gone through all the VTubers I know. Nope. It's 90% gremlins. It's 90% gremlins. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oryx? No, that's goblins. Now you're thinking goblins. Good morning, Brim, and hello, Ring. I hope you two are fine. Chrono! Good morning, Chrono. Waiting for the roadmap for October in Uma? I mean, you know what it is already, Chrono. Just look at the fucking release banner. You don't need to wait for the roadmap. We know what the next couple of things are. It's all gremlins. Always was. Correct. Absolutely correct. Beautiful. How do we get there? I don't know. I don't remember. A very short-term memory today. Blade is a maybe? No. I've done too much with Blade to take him out of Gremlinhood. I've worked with Blade too much. I love that man. That's one of my favorite people. Don't tell him I said that. He's busy. The time zone is such a shame. I wish we had more overlapping time at the moment. See, it turns out going on the internet as a video cartoon puppet attracts a particular type of person. It's less that it attracts a particular type of person, Krembo. It's more that it takes a particular kind of person to do that. Oh, today's gonna be a good day. I can tell you that. I'm in like a great mood. Nothing's happened. I don't know why. Like, people always complain about depression and shit, right? But, like, the fun part of manic depression is the manic part. Nah, I'm joking. I don't know, like, I just feel kind of cool today. I'm just having a good day. I had a good nap. I forgot to eat. That's what I forgot. Now I remember. But overall, I'm hoping to have a great day. Trying to finish the event challenge in Uma and it's a grind. It absolutely is, Chrono. It absolutely is. Have you seen Blade in Care's own tabletop game? He's a big gremlin. Lemon, no! Blade is a very refined gremlin, like a gremlin but in a composed way. Honestly true. Honestly true, Misty. Oh. Oh, Frozen! Frozen! Miss and I... Wait, Miss? Wait, what? Excuse me? What, Igor? Frozen! Sorry, what's that? Is it Miss or Mrs.? None of those. It's none of those. I know it's hard to tell with people these days. Because, like, you can't really go off of anything anymore. Don't judge a book by its cover, right? But, like, no, still, like, weird, straight white dude energy. Sorry about that. No. Frozen, thank you for the points. That's a lot of points accrued over a lot of time. And because of that, I am going to create a link. That link I'm about to post in chat is for our Streamloots campaign. Which is a set of cards that you can pull and then play on stream in order to, like, do various things, like change my model and, like, play quacks. Mostly play quacks. And because of Frozen, the first 5 people that click this and redeem the bloody thing get free cards. Frozen, thank you very much. That is a lot of points. And 3, 2, 1. Good luck! These don't usually last very long. I should have said that before I posted it. These usually last, like, seconds. I saw a duck-themed crochet kit and now I can't find it again. No! But ducks, though. But ducks. I'm even worse, Misty. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Cannot certify that sentence. Cannot. I must have ducks. Honestly, true. Remember, the ducks in the park are free. The government does not want you to know this. I have one duck. It's me. I am that one duck. Woo! What is happening today? I don't know. I'm just feeling really good. I must ruin that. Let's go play some Fortnite. No, actually, you know what? The easiest way to ruin my mood. Let's go play some Dota. Let's go. If you see Kale walking in the park, you can take him for free. If you see me walking in the park, something has gone very, very wrong. But yes, then you can. Hop on Deadlock? Honestly, I could. I don't even mind Deadlock all that much. I played a bunch of it very, very early on. Very, very on. Obviously, I'm not very good at it on account of it needs you to shoot things and I'm bad at aiming. But Deadlock felt like a less bad version of Dota in terms of like toxicity. That might have changed. Is Deadlock known for being like hyper toxic now? Is that why? No? Okay. I found a Psyduck, not quite what I was hoping for. It just has a headache. Does Dota have underwater maps with spiders? Not yet. Not yet. No. Like, in hindsight, I remember so many days where I like had a decent day and then I log onto Dota and I go have a match or 2 or 10 and then I just have a worse day. In hindsight, there were many, many such cases. As a Battle Brothers enjoyer, I can safely say I'm hyped for Menace. Hell yeah, Frozen. As someone that doesn't enjoy Battle Brothers, primarily because of the art style and the setting, not because of the gameplay, same. I play to make every single Haze's player's life a living hell if I'm on the enemy team. What about the Haze on your own team, huh? Sometimes the haze comes from inside the room. It also seems helps that XCOM seems to be in hibernation. I was pretty sure they confirmed they're making the next one, no, Frozen? I found the ducks. Oh, Rinoa, that's hype. Wait, that's hype. That is really exciting. Like a fog machine, correct. Correct. They did? Hold up. I thought they confirmed this. Let me check up on this. Never mind. Nope. There have been no official confirmations of XCOM 3. Okay. Why though? It feels like a weird franchise to put into hibernation with a 1 and 2 selling like hotcakes, right? Like, what else is Firaxis making at the moment? No, wait. I need to check this. I need to check my sources real quick. Before I talk shit about this. Is it because they just made Civ 7? Sorry, is it because they just fucked up Civ 7? Is that why? I forgot that's what Firaxis made. They just fucked up Civ 7. I'll be posting the ducks on Discord as soon as I'm done making them. I would beg for you to do that, Rinoa. Absolutely. Love to see your work. Really well bloody done. Really well done. The Haze on my own team goes 0-13 and knows to shut up. There was a Civ 7. What happened to Civ 7? Absolutely, there was a Civ 7. Civilization 7 came up in February this year. If you don't know what happened to it, here's what happened to it. Civ 7 tries to solve a 4x problem. And that is that after a certain point, the game kind of feels solved. So what Civ 7 did is it changed its structure. Previously, in Civilization, you picked a culture, and then you started with that culture like wherever you wanted to start, like usually in Antiquity, and then you just went up through the ages, right? So you were playing Rome through the ages. Now, that doesn't happen anymore. Instead, now, you pick a leader, let's say Caesar, and then you pick different civilizations throughout the ages to like meld into your civilization. It kind of soft resets every era. Which means what you're playing doesn't really feel like a coherent culture anymore. What you're playing feels like a series of sub-games of Civ melded into one big game. It feels like absolute dog shit. It feels like absolute dog shit. On top of that, the UI has never been worse. Has never been worse. Zoe! How you doing? Hello, Zoe! Throws you into a pond? Thank you! No, it's the birdseed shotgun. You're in for it now, duck boy! Woo! Zoe, how are you doing? Hello, hello, hello. I hope you're doing well. Civ 7 lets you keep your leader, but force you to switch your empire every era. Yeah, that's basically what it is. That's exactly what it is. There's a couple of other really baffling design decisions in 7 that makes it just not an interesting game to play. Hence why I never even considered covering it. Polynesian Roman Mongols? Hell yeah! Hey, Preconceptor. I'll give them that. They tried to solve a problem. But they really, really, really didn't. They really fucking didn't. It is awful. It is not worth picking up. Like as a casual Civ fan, it's not worth picking up. As like a hardcore player, it's not worth picking up. As a PvP player, it's not worth picking up. That's an additional duck. That's worth picking up. It is just not worth your time nor your money. Some things aren't worth your money, but they might be worth your time. Which is when you wait for discounts. This one isn't even worth your time. Which means to me, usually, if I got it for free, I wouldn't be playing it. Ori, good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. Hello, hello. You and literally anyone else I watched there, see? Polynesian Roman Mongols led by Harriet Tubman goes hard. Didn't even know it came out or existed at all. The marketing for it has also been dog shit, Igor. The marketing for it has also been dog shit. Good morning, Craig. It's just not good. It is just not good. So, yeah, that was Civ 7. And I forgot that Firaxis made it. Must be pretty bad if you won't play it if it was given for free. Mind you, this isn't one of those, oh, this game will poison you, steal your children, and blight your lands. It's just, no, I have better things to do. Like, if I wanted to play Civ and they gave me Civ 7 for free, I would play Civ 6. That's the reason why. Like, oftentimes when someone says, like, hey, even if you gave this to me for free, I wouldn't touch it. That means because, like, the thing is somehow harmful. No, it's just worse than the alternatives. That's all it is. Like, play Civ 6, and 6 is already a bit, you know. Normally with Civilization, one thing that has been very, very common across Civilization history has been that without their DLCs, without their add-ons, Civ has always been a bit mid, right? That's always been the case. That's been the case for 5, for 4, it's always been the case. With 7, the foundation is rotten. This isn't, oh, you're missing advanced diplomacy, you're missing, like, this faction, you're missing this mechanic, you're missing spy work. That's not what it is. The foundation is absolutely rotten. The base gameplay principle does not hold up to scrutiny. If it would blight your land, that'd be an improvement as a stream game, because that'd be more interesting to watch. True. I would play it, but I value my time more. That's exactly what I mean. Yeah. You know who isn't not good? Ooh, double negative. This duck right here, yo, this Igor right there. Yep, that Igor right there is pretty nifty. Pretty nifty. And good morning, Sarah. Hope you're doing well. Speaking of games that might be worth your time, though, it's not Civ 7, but AOW 4 just announced a vampire culture. Dude, I need to play more AOW 4. No, come on. You can't keep doing this. Age of Wonders 4 is a game that I didn't expect much of when they first announced it. However, they have consistently been fucking cooking with their DLCs. Unfortunately, and this is where, like, I have to be slightly critical, I have to be very critical of it, AOW 4 is getting really fucking expensive. Like, really, really fucking expensive. They're now at their 3rd DLC pass. So the way they do shit is the base game is totally worth playing. I'm going to be honest with you, the base game of Age of Wonders 4 is totally worth playing. But every single one of their expansion passes is kind of expensive. Let's have a look at it real quick. The first expansion pass apparently can't be bought. Okay, never mind. The first expansion pass is only rolled into the premium edition. It seems to only be available in the premium edition. The premium edition is $90 and comes with expansion pass 1, and that's it. Expansion pass 2, I can't even see right now. I don't even know what that would cost. I have no fucking idea. God damn it. It's annoying because I own like half of them already. I've owned like half of them already. And then they just announced expansion pass 3, which is another $50. Basically, I believe every single one of the expansion passes is like $50. Right? They do come with a decent amount of shit. Like, there's usually like, what, 3 or 4 like big expansions with a new faction minimum, and they do also provide free content alongside with new stuff that comes out. But if you do want to own everything, it's expensive at this point. It's expensive at this point, which annoying, very, very annoying, but also understandable. At least, and I will hold this up, at least the base game is bloody worth playing. At least the base game is worth playing. Like Total War expensive, it's getting there, Craig. Yeah, it's getting there. I will defend Warhammer precisely because of one thing. The way that Warhammer Total War has done its DLCs is also relatively prohibitive. However, the fact that your DLCs carry from 1 to 2 to 3 has always impressed me. I will always hold that up as a, hey, they tried. Ignore the fact that they've been doing like shit for a while, right? I still remember the Chaos Dwarves DLC. I still remember the drama around that. I still remember like the shrinkage of content and the rise in prices. Abysmal. But there were signs of life in there somewhere. Something I've seen a lot of people enjoy, E33. E33 was one of my favorite games of all time. I think E33 was my second favorite RPG of all time. And that's only because, like, nothing will ever dethrone Grania 2 for me. Because Grania 2 gets like a 5 billion% nostalgia bonus for me, which catapults it above everything else. If I remove that bonus, E33 was probably my favorite game of all time. Insane. What an insane fucking game. Well, maybe not a favorite game of all time, but favorite RPG of all time. It gets very close there. The Wings of Valmar! Correct. Correct. Grania 2 aged better than I expected. It did! It really, really did. The fact that Grania 2's combat system, even for its time, has like placement mechanics that you'll never use because that takes a turn, but you could. The fact that it's not like my line of party against your line of party, but rather a dynamic battlefield does a lot for it. That does a lot for it. And yes, you're absolutely right, Ham. It is a bit short for a JRPG, but it's a bit short for a JRPG, not for a game. Grania 2 is fantastic. What an absolutely wonderful game. I love the story in it. I love the narrative, like every single one of the characters except Rowan. Rowan can eat dirt for all I care. I don't know. For those of you that don't know, Grania 2 is the game that taught me English. And as such, it holds a very, very large, non-displaceable space in my heart. And that's not going to change ever. So that's pure nostalgia, pure nostalgia. I feel about Grania 2 as some other people feel about like FF7, only that my game's actually good. I was playing a Total War Warhammer 3 Kislev campaign earlier, but it is crashing, probably due to the mods, so I've swapped to Ethermancer. Hell yeah, Ethermancer! Depending on how the demo for Menace goes today, we might do some Ethermancer later. Depends on the time. I do need to be off rather quickly today. Today's going to be a slightly shorter stream. I've got other commitments, unfortunately, that couldn't be moved. Not that I don't love you all, but friends need things, and friends are friends. Deus Ex taught me English. Did I mention it's bad looking remake coming next year? I saw the announcement, MJM. I've always liked Deus Ex. The remake they announced is not what Deus Ex fans deserve. It is not. It's absolutely not. It looks awful. It looks awful. They only just announced the fucking thing, right? It looks really bad. I don't normally play past the first 15 to 20 hours of it. I mean, understandable. You're playing 7. No. Guardian 7's hamminess is so funny and good and amazing. It doesn't take itself seriously, that's true, Misty. That's absolutely true. It does not take itself seriously. You could also argue that, hey, some of the, like, tertiary cast has been, like, voice cast a bit badly. We can hold that against it. It's weird, right? Like, oh, my games, like, hammy and over-the-top scene chewery, like, voice acting. Their games, atrocious casting. Depends on how you look at it, right? JC didn't die for the sea! Exactly. Exactly. Never died. They successfully used 2025 technology to bring the graphics from 1999 to 2005. Yep, that's basically what it looks like. So bad it's good voice acting. Yeah, but you can see where the hypocrisy starts setting in with that, right? Ham says, I find myself replaying platformers more than anything else. I'll always replay Super Metroid, Castlevania, Symphony of the Night, early Mario. See, platformers are the genre that I'm gonna say grew out of, but I don't mean to say that, like, that's something to grow out of, right? Growing out of something always implies that, like, I grew up and I'm better than it now, but as I got older, platformers were, like, the one big genre that I left behind and never looked back on. That's obviously going to be different for every single person. I used to play a shit ton of platformers in my youth, right? I played all of the Marios. That's why I started with on a bloody Game Boy, right? Yoshi's Island. The fucking, like, the collectathons as well, right? Like Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie. God, I love those games. I played a crap ton of these. And I just never picked any of them back up after I got, like, a PC. Grew away from them is a less common but much better way to phrase it, Preconceptor. You're right. You're absolutely correct. Like, I don't mean to imply that you need to grow up and play a real game. Like, no, platformers are a fantastic genre that is rightfully beloved by a lot of people. But I kind of just developed into a different way, and I still keep getting like, emails about, like, hey, we're bringing out this cool new platform, do you want to play it? And I look at it and go like, no, I don't want to press A at the right time to jump. Ratchet & Clank was the hypest shit ever. Ratchet & Clank 1, 2, and 3 specifically are games that I played to fucking death. Just new game plus, like, build more weapons, max out more things. I've got 100% files on all of those. I haven't looked at a Ratchet & Clank game in forever. They relatively recently brought out a new one, right? The one where you don't play Ratchet anymore, but instead you play what's-her-face? I don't know her name. And I didn't even consider it. God, I love those games. They were great. Frab! Hello, Frab. Rivet! That's her name. I watched a stream of someone trying the game, and honestly, it looked really cool, but I don't have any in-depth knowledge of it. A revolutionary platform will make you press B to jump. You gotta try it out. That is revolutionary. It's just, I don't know, it's not a genre that I think I would find too interesting. This is one of the reasons why, for example, Monster Sanctuary caught me so hard. Monster Sanctuary as a Metroidvania, I don't care about Metroidvanias either, right? Mostly for theming reasons. There is a lot of Metroidvanias out there that just don't have a theme that gets me. Like, I never cared for Castlevania, and I never cared for Metroid. Mostly because the whole vampire shtick isn't for me, and Metroid is Metroid. Blah. Never grabbed me, that's it. But Monster Sanctuary hit me like a ton of bricks, right? That game, like, caught me so hard it wasn't even funny. Legitimately just enjoyed the shit out of it, which is why you all had to sit through 7 playthroughs of it. I'm sorry. Still sorry about that. I like whatever the first PS3 RNC was. It had like 3 different games. I don't even know those because after the PS2, I wasn't a console player anymore. The PS2 was my last owned console. All the way until Monster Hunter World released, and I bought a PS4. Which I then exclusively played Monster Hunter World on and then like put it aside. It's still rotting like 2 arms lengths away from me. It's not even connected to anything. As soon as Monster Hunter World dropped on PC, I put that one away. And then I bought a Switch. And that's it, like a Switch one. I stepped away from consoles like really, really hard at the time that I got a PC set up and lost my life to Diablo 2. And then World of Warcraft. Back in the olden days. It was Guild Wars and World of Warcraft, to be honest. I'm too old to learn new buttons to jump. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sarah. You gotta go with the times or be consigned to the annals of history. There's a lot of genres that I'm no longer playing, that I'm really no longer interested in, but platformers are like the biggest, right? Are like the biggest. I used to do this, I used to play this a lot, and now I'm no longer. It's weird. Deadlock, they all had like 3 different names. Damn. No, but like anything after that I'm no longer familiar with. Other 2 plays that game besides some Vita exclusive for Tome? I mean, you have a phone Uma account, so right, and I don't know about that. These days, I am almost exclusively PC, right? Like, I'm almost exclusively on PC. Every now and again, there's a Switch game that comes out that I go like, ooh. But, like, even those times are over now. With the Switch 2 and me not having one. That is that. Hold up. Big stretch. I even try to avoid controllers on games, even though some games are inevitably better with controllers, even on PC. I do try to avoid them. I talked about this recently when I talked to Maria about the new Monster Hunter patch, right? Monster Hunter Wild just got the Omega patch. And I am really glad that during World, I forced myself to learn keyboard and mouse for Monster Hunter. Like, chucking off 15, 16, 17 years of controller muscle memory and forced myself to play exclusively keyboard and mouse. And that's helped a lot, because once you get used to KBM on Monster Hunter, it's the best way to play. Like, the problem is that the Monster Hunter fanbase is ancient and not incapable, but unwilling to learn new things. Myself included, right? And very rightfully so. Very rightfully so. Hey, Nix, I'm the same with RPGs. I used to play a ton of them, but now because I have so many D&D games a week, I can't bring myself to play them again. That's really understandable, Nix. That's really understandable. RPGs require you to, like, commit to a narrative, right? And get involved in a narrative. And while that's not really difficult to do, getting involved into many of those can be a hard commit, right? That's difficult. Somehow I keep forgetting you are the sort of pervert who plays Monster Hunter with keyboard and mouse. See? But for example, when I was talking with Hannah about the Omega thing, like the Omega thing has a new item that it wants you to use, right? And that item doesn't take up inventory space, but it does make your hotbars more fucky. So Monster Hunter Wild right now has like the quick select wheel. Well, I have a hotkey, motherfucker. I can just press a number. My item access is way better than yours. My camera control is way better than yours. My combo inputs take time to get used to. But in reality, KBM input on Monster Hunter has way, way better flow once you get used to it. And the once you get used to it is hard. Because in reality, it's not good enough, or it's not better enough to warrant like throwing away 20 years of muscle memory. And I cannot fault anyone that goes like, I don't want to play this shit. If any like Monster Hunter player wants to stick to keyboard, like to controller, I can totally understand that. Because the speed that you gain might just not be worthwhile. Losing all of that time trying to get used to a control system that does not feel right. The first weeks of Monster Hunter World, felt fucking awful. Like, I went from PS4 to PC World, and I hated playing World. I hated it. Mind you, I had 500 hours on PS4 already. I started up World on PC, I fucking hated it. Exclusively because I switched controls. I forced myself through it, and once I got used to it, World was really fucking sick. Mind you, the default controls for World are abysmal. They do require you to, like, go through every menu and change everything. And then half an hour later, change everything again, and then change it again. This was an ongoing process for the first, like, 200 hours or so. And after that, World felt fucking great. And now in Wild, I can carry that control scheme over, and I can just go like, yeah, sure. Whee! It's actually really cool now. It's really, really cool now. But I cannot fault anyone that does not want to put in that stupid amount of time to learn something that's not necessary to learn. Right? Is the juice worth the squeeze? That is exactly the question, Craig. That is exactly the question. And it might very well not be. For me, now that Monster Hunter is regularly found on PC and World wasn't just a one-off, I think in the long term, this is going to be really, really good for me, like for my reactions and in general, like for my gameplay. It's a long-term investment, but it's a hard sell. Like, imagine you buy a new game, right? And one of your friends tells you, like, don't worry, the game gets good after like 10 hours. But the first 10 hours are dog shit. Literally just like you staring at feces. Like, no one can fault you for not wanting to put like in 10 hours until a game finally gets good, right? And if I tell you, hey, you need to like relearn your control schemes and the game's gonna feel like shit for 100 plus hours, 200 plus hours, whatever it's gonna be, I can't fault you with then going like, I don't want to do that. This is your free time. The limited amount of free time you have. You're supposed to enjoy that as much as you can. No one can expect you to like sacrifice it on the altar of efficiency. I'm someone who likes to swap between KBM and controller. Okay, you're insane. I've tried to be moderate here, but no, Brim, you're just fucking insane. What the fuck's wrong with you? A game being slow at the start is fine. Being bad at the start is a refund, and the only ones that fault are the devs. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. There are many, many really slow burn games that I massively enjoy. Golden Sun is a really good example of this. Ignore the fact that we never finished Golden Sun 2. Golden Sun is a slow burn game par excellence. Grandia 2 is as well, by the way. Being slow at the start, that's a different thing. But a game being bad at the start, the onboarding being awful, of course you're not going to deal with that. 20 years ago, you dealt with it because there wasn't anything else. Like maybe you had rented the game over the weekend and you weren't getting another game until next weekend. So you dealt with the game being shit for a bit until it got good, right? Or like your allowance wasn't big enough to buy another game for the next month. That was me, hi. Like, of course you dealt with the game being subpar because that was the one thing you committed to buying. You were mad inside, but eventually that mollified, right? These days, if you have the spending for it, there is a billion games out there to play. If this one sucks, refund it, get a different one. Fuck it, everything's at your fingertip. You don't need to sit with it anymore. It's the same way with streamers, right? Like you find a streamer you don't give a shit about, you tune out and you find something else. You don't have to sit through like a pre-scheduled TV program that you don't give a crap about. Nah, like the world's your oyster. Find something that you enjoy. You literally have like the pick of the litter. So Preconceptor is absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. The player onboarding and like the eradication of like quitting moments is one of the biggest jobs that developers have. Outside of just developing their fucking game, obviously, right? Kids developing sunk cost fallacy resistance, buying shit games. Yup. Yup. Hot take, Golden Sun is a mid-RPG heavily sprinkled with moments of brilliance. The bones of it are super boring, but they do enough interesting stuff to make the game fun. Confirmed. Seconded. Correct. Absolutely correct. I love the game, but I can't tell you how much percentage of that I love the game is just the fact that Djinns are adorable. Now, like, I like the characters in Golden Sun, and I do like the overall narrative. I don't like that it's split into multiple games. And once you play through the entire story once and you do a retrospect of it, it feels really mid. But I do like the individual story beats, right? Like every location you get to, there's like a new thing you deal with. The execution of that new thing is not great, and the game relies on you stumbling over the one button that you're supposed to press in order to advance the story a bit too much. Like as a game, it's... but yeah, it's never awful. It's mid-mediocre. But there is enough moments in there where you go like, oh. By game, you mean you had more than just demo discs? It's weird, right, Fox? So when I was a kid, this is how I got games. Here's how I got games as a kid. And I'm gonna preface this saying, like, I'm incredibly privileged upbringing, okay? Like, me and my siblings, we had almost everything we wanted. When there was a game for the Game Boy that came out, like, we universally, like, got that. Like, either my parents would buy it for me, or, like, a relative would. I owned every single Pokemon, yes, both editions for every fucking, generation. Any game that I knew was gonna come, got all the Zelda games that came out for like Game Boy. I had all of those. Always had all of this. When it came to consoles, that was a different beast. For the N64, like I didn't have too many consoles. We had a PS1, a PS2, and an N64 specifically, right? For the PS1, my dad via an accomplice, what? No, like an what's the word? Shit. Sorry, English third language. Acquaintance, via like the acquaintance of an acquaintance, learned that you can crack the fucking things, so that's what my dad did. And from there on out, the way that we got PlayStation 1 games was like someone would get us like a burnt disc of like a game, but we didn't know what the game was. So every now and again, Dad would come in with like 4 or 5 discs of something, unlabeled, and just give them to us and went like, here, there you go. That's how we got PS1 games. I think I owned like legitimately 2 or 3 legit PS1 games, and that was it. With the PS2, it was even worse. With the PS2, my PS2 library wasn't great. Like, not great at all. This is how I got Grandia 2, right? This is how I got Grandia 2. Like, unlabeled on a couple of discs in a language I didn't speak as a child. For the N64, that obviously wasn't feasible. So for that one, we had like a couple of games, like obviously the Pokemon Stadiums, Ocarina of Time. Never got Majora's Mask, weirdly enough. Mario Kart, like the basics. We had like 5, 6, 7 games maybe for the N64, and that was it. And then like I entered my PC era, and like from there on out, it was all, you know, early 2000s PC, you know? You remember. Like, you remember that one, right? But like my progression through console games was really fucking whack, because like all of the grand standards that you would expect, like we basically didn't have them, because like my dad was adamant, well, we can get them for cheap. Like, oh, I want like, but I want this one. No, nope. You're getting whatever in the boot of the car this like today. It was wonk, really, really wonky. Alas, eventually, we built a PC, and then my life was forever lost to the likes of Blizzard, Actually, it was almost precisely Blizzard. My lands were all spent on Warcraft 3. I was a tower defense kid, I'm sorry. I didn't play actual Warcraft 3. Actual Warcraft 3 was difficult. Says me, I played StarCraft. Actual Warcraft 3 was wonky. No, we're playing tower defense. Half the land is playing tower defense, the other half is playing Counter-Strike. I didn't like Counter-Strike, so I played tower defense. Then StarCraft 1, Brood War consumed me. I laddered on Brood War religiously. I got really good at it as well. Carried that over into StarCraft 2 eventually. I got really good at StarCraft 2. Made it to Diamond relatively quickly, then upon ladder expansion, I made it to Masters. Never made it to Grandmasters, not good enough for that. But I made it to Masters eventually. And the rest of my youth was spent on Diablo 2 laddering, specifically LOD laddering, over and over and over and over and over. Holy shit. And I lost 10 years of my life to World of... Well, I say I lost 10 years of my life to World of Warcraft, but those were years well spent, legitimately. Those were years making very, very good friends. And I mean, now we're here, right? Like, ugh. Awful. Awful. Speaking of, you're probably wondering why I gathered you all here today. I have this exciting timeshare opportunity. No, wait. No, wait, stay! Don't run away! Wait, everyone! We're playing MENACE today. We're in a family computer in the kitchen until about 2010, when I was able to get enough money to build my own PC. My dad, for the longest time, was adamant about not getting internet. For the longest time, my dad was against having internet access at home. So, like, a lot of my early internet was spent at, like... I had two really good friends that lived very close by. One lived, like, on the... Well, their garden was next to our garden, so it was just, like, hop through two gardens and then you're there. And the other one lived, like, down the street. And we spent weekends at LAN parties. They weren't LAN parties. There were three of us with 3 PCs in one room, chewing up the electricity bill. That was it. We called those LAN parties. We were young and stupid. And Andreas, the one that was always hosting it, they had internet at home. Decent enough internet. So my early internet experience was there, right? Like the early fucking chat rooms, shit like this. I look at that very, very fondly these days. Those were great times. Every Friday, hey mom, can you help me carry this down? Fucking awful. It was great. It was great. Yeah, actually, for example, my dad needed it for his job, yeah. We got it eventually because, like, above everything else, my dad likes shiny shit. And the internet back then was like a shiny new toy. So eventually we got internet access. Yeah, and then that is when all my social real life activities ceased. Like, the day we got internet was the day that my, like, private, like, my IRL social life died. Sacrificed willingly, given willingly on the altar of rate progress. And server first kills. Still don't regret it. I still don't. That I definitely wasn't allowed to go into. Yeah, I wasn't either. Back then when carrying screens was a health hazard? Exactly, MJM, exactly. Alright, everybody. Let me take a quick sip. And then, shall we have a look at MENACE? That's not MENACE. That's the wrong game. Hold up. Hold up. There we go. No, that's not other. I'm not very good at my job today. What am I trying to do? Okay, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to, like, turn this off. There we go, there we go, there we go. Managed to get enough brain cells together to, like, complete one single operation. Whee! I almost died carrying a CRT at a Halo 2 LAN party. Oh, Ham, I would love to hear that story. Absolutely, please do. Ooh, that sounds exciting. I mean, I'm glad that you're still with us. I'm glad you're still with us. I've told the story of a friend of mine almost dying by carrying a washing machine, right? If I haven't, here it is real quick. A friend of mine asks, hey, can you help me move? Can you help me carry shit? Like, everyone goes like, yeah, sure, whatever. There'll be pizza later, I suppose. Cool. During the move, we're on the 3rd floor, and we have to get everything downstairs. How do I put this? The friend group that he asked was, like nifty people, but within that friend group was one girl that he really wanted to impress because like he was really into her, and everyone knew that except for her. So at one point he goes like, oh yeah, like we need to bring the washing machine downstairs. I got this. And this man tries to carry a fucking washing machine. A washing machine. He did not have this. He made it to the stairs. I don't know how he made it to the stairs. He made it to the stairs, and then he made it down the stairs really quickly. And the fact that the washing machine, which he had dropped at that point, hadn't crushed his skull was a miracle. But it had, in fact, crushed his leg. Brutally. End of that story. Don't carry washing machines by yourself. And I do say washing machines, I mean dishwasher. It was a dishwasher. He almost died carrying a vacuum cleaner. It's true. He did get it down there. The thing was completely fucking busted. Completely busted. So was he, by the way. We had to call an ambulance. This wasn't the, oh, we'll drive you to the hospital. It was a, your leg looks like jelly. Like literally, like there was leg, then there was flat, and then there was leg. It was awful. Like we're talking, oh, this isn't a clean break. This is a, your leg's been like squished. Like it's been, like the bone that is supposed to be 3D is now 2D and also in a million pieces. And I'm not going to describe it any more viscerally than that. Like we had to call an ambulance. We dared not move him. I still, and I wish this upon no one, I still hear that scream. If I focus on it, I can still hear that exact scream. I've never heard anyone scream like that ever again. Yes, Thana. Yeah. It was awful. It was bad. Alright. Enough horror stories about, like, carrying dishwashers. Menace! Also, hi, Thana. Welcome to the MENACE demo. This version of the game is still an early build and focuses entirely on the combat layer to give you a taste of what's to come and to get your feedback and thoughts. You'll see just one biome and all your battles will be against the pirate enemy faction, but every mission and map is procedurally generated. When the game releases, it will include multiple planets, more biomes, and multiple enemy factions alongside many more squad leaders to recruit, and a much larger number of weapons, accessories, vehicles, armors, and other equipment to buy from the black market or loot off the battlefield. It will also include a strategic layer that sees you lead your team from aboard your ship, the strike cruiser TCRN Impetus, managing their morale and squads, and your relationship with the local factions to unlock more powerful tools. I hope this doesn't go the route of... What was Crab People XCOM again? Phoenix Point. I hope this doesn't go the route of Phoenix Point. Let's do this! New game? Menace is a challenging game with a lot of systems and mechanics that may seem unfamiliar at first, even to fans of the genre. While we're still working on an in-game tutorial in preparation for launch next year, we recommend checking out the guide to be prepared for the demo in the meantime. Sure, show me the guide. Oh no. Boo. Okay, we're doing this blind. We're doing the streamer special. We're doing this blind without a tutorial, and then we're complain that nothing ever has been explained. Phoenix Point sucked because it only had 2 enemy types. Phoenix Point sucked, in my opinion, for very different reasons, Nix. Suddenly there is no more Menace demo stream. No, it opens a really long document on Steam. I know they just said that they're working on a tutorial. This is an early look at a demo. We'll see how this goes. Ended up sucking the same thing here, Thena. I got this far myself and then decided to leave it. Listen, we're gonna have a good time with this. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. So, let's have a look at the board. Is this a lattice map? No, we can pick any of these, right? We're on mission select. What do we have? We have 60 promotion points, 50 authority, no OCI components, and 30... No, not another one. No, not another one like that. No, not another one. Okay. I cannot deal with another one. What was the name of that game that we played, that we tried to play, and then it turned out that within the first 5 minutes you have like 24 people that they want you to micromanage immediately, and I immediately left? Anyone remember? Because I don't. Oh, that's exactly what we're doing, huh? Every single one of these is one squad. And every squad is made up of 5 people. Okay, can I fuck with the individual people? I cannot, right? So are these full characters? I have many questions right now. Hold up. Let's start with this. I think we do abilities on a squad basis, and the people in that squad are just a number. Each squad can have more or less squaddies. The only micro you need to do is naming the fodder. Ah. Okay. Cool. That helps a lot. So this squad, this is squad A, led by Jane Darby. These abilities we're picking down here are based on the squid. They're not based on her character, right? So let's have a look. What do we have? High value target. Darby's attacks disable enemy special weapons for 1 turn. Cool. Commando, 20% accuracy, defense, and discipline when isolated, 4+ tiles from any friendly unit. Ooh, lone wolf shit. Cloak, 50% concealment. 50% accuracy when toggled. Subsequent attacks will cost plus 40 AP until the skill is deactivated. Oh, we're doing big AP numbers. Okay. Scout, plus 2 view range and plus 1 detection, and minimize silhouette, plus 3% defense bonus for each tile between an actively attacking enemy and the SL. SL is the squad leader, I reckon then, right? Each squad adds 10 HP to the squad and an extra infantry weapon that shoots when they make an infantry weapon attack. Okay. I'm trying to wrap my head around this, sorry. So we're dealing with... These are Jane's skills, and then Jane just adds 4 idiots around her that shoot. And I believe I can name those idiots if I fuck with the squad button in here. I can name them, but it's not like they have their own skill. Okay, that's okay. 3 to 8 idiots. Okay, cool. We can deal with that. That's something I can deal with. That's deal withable. These are incredibly different. Ooh, these are incredibly different. Why are these incredibly different? Are these different because of the squad type infantry? No, they're different because I don't yet know why. Okay. Of course, they don't have their own skills, they're idiots. That makes sense. Everyone here is the same stats as of at the moment. What are the skill selections based off of then? Okay, can I see like some... there has to be like some level of class system that changes like what everyone has and brings, right? Is there anything I can see here? Infantry... Infantry... Recon. I mean, the squad itself is named Recon Squad, so you know what? You're now scouts. It takes 20 to promote. We have 60. Hey, Ghosty! Hope you're doing well. Promotes our shared resource. Yeah, I was sure of that. Hence why I'm not immediately clicking things. One of the SL is a vehicle pilot. Her. Sick, by the way. Add a vehicle. So she doesn't have a vehicle right now. And we don't have the resources to add one either. Unless, of course, she starts with a vehicle. Does she just start on a tank? What do we have? Reveling Slaughter. You know what? Let's go through everyone slowly. This also sick as fuck. I don't really know how I feel about the portraits yet. But they seem to be pretty consistent. So that's cool. We Valkron? I wish we were Valkron. Pretty sure it's not randomized. Oh, are these preset characters? Oh, I see. Okay, so Jane is a preset non-generated character. We're troubleshooter. All right, that helps a lot. Okay. That helps a whole damn lot. Now I don't have to worry about this. Now we can just take this at face value. Sick. Beautiful. So we've got our scout squad. We have Charles Lim. What do you do, Charles? Lim is looking to rise through the ranks as quickly as possible. Unlike most, he also has the acumen to fit the ambition. 30% discount to promotions. So this is going to cost us 14, which doesn't fit into our roster anyway. Minus 4 AP movement cost per tile. Unit gains winded, minus 10% accuracy, and plus 2 AP movement cost per tile until the end of the following order. So we can sprint. We can get into position. We can like bulwark this shit. Enter and exit vehicles for 5 AP. Also receives additional cover from vehicles. Oh, we're shocking. Okay. Next standard attack after moving can trigger multiple times per turn. 50% accuracy when not deployed or pinned down, and then regain 30 AP after killing an enemy unit. Okay, movement, action economy. This is action economy, the character. Edwin Pike. Every perk also has flavor text. We're gonna get into the flavor text once the full game comes out, or once we get like a more complete game. Right now, what I want to do with the demo is I really want to see how the ideas of it all work, right? That's what I want to know. And then we're going to rename all the cannon fodder. So, Ducklings, there is a redeem in the channel points to get your name entered into the pool. Go, because I'm renaming all of the fodder. I know we're also reading all of the perks without any context right now. That's okay. I don't need the context. We'll get the context as we play. Our first mission is going to hell. That's all right. We're doing this without a tutorial. I don't expect the first mission to be smooth. I expect to run into a lot of problems. That's perfectly fine. As soon as I don't read the tutorial, I'm not like other streamers. I'll blame myself first if I don't read the fucking tutorial, okay? It'll be fine. So, Stalwart. Pike never flees. The squad is set to neutral morale instead of wavering, and wavering instead of fleeing. Okay, we're a lot more capable under fire. Don't know how morale works yet, don't need to know. More accuracy and discipline conferred to adjacent allies. We're also... Oh, we're an anchor point is what we are. We give accuracy and discipline to adjacent allies. Sick. HP per squad mate. Standby will force the enemy to act next. The waiting unit can then act again later. Ooh, Zugzwang. Ooh, that's not a mechanic we see a lot of. That's pretty cool. For all the training and discipline, mark a target, gain 20% accuracy against it. Is that just Doom Guy? Are we Doom? The fuck? Minus 50% to incoming damage when at or below 50% HP. Okay, so Scout, Action Monkey, Anchor Point. Depending on what her vehicle is, the transport, we'll see. 6% accuracy and discipline for each enemy unit destroyed, stacks up to 5 times. Tank. Give her a tank. Expert Pilot, minus 50% AP cost for turning and reversing. Oh, we need to... Oh! Vehicles don't turn 180 on the spot? Excuse me? Cool. 25% damage and armor pen against vehicles. This almost feels imperative, considering that we don't have anything else so far. True Grit, bonus discipline. We don't know how discipline works yet. That's okay. We'll see that once we're in. 50% damage against structures and buildings. Cool. And 5% defense bonus for each tile move this turn. Bonus resets at start of next turn. Cool. Okay, big fan of vehicle already. Then we've got Jean. Okay. Minus 10% supply cost for her squad and equipment. Okay, the expendable. Enemies destroyed by this SL drop 1 refill for special weapons and accessories. Oh no, are we the heavy weapons? Solid grouping. 5 accuracy for each consecutive attack against the same target. The bonus can stack between rounds, but will reset upon attacking a different target. We're taking down the big idiot. Zigzag, we've seen that. Tank Buster, we've seen that. Well-placed shots, attacks have a 25% chance to inflict 50% more damage. We are the taking down the big idiots group. We don't have anything to do that with. Oh. No, no, just show me everything. I see. Okay. Okay. Last but not least. Are we the sniping squad? Wait a second. Are we the fucking... We're the fucking rifle squad, aren't we? Interesting. And then last but not least, Cody Greifinger. Greifinger? Listen, I'm German, okay? Like, you put a word like that in front of me, I'll pronounce it German. We have Guerrilla. 20% defense when adjacent to attacking enemy. Shotgun squad. Cool. Bonus loses 5% with each tile of separation. We're shotgun squad. Increased deployment zone. We're shotgun squad. Damage against structures and buildings. We're shotgun squad. And also maybe demolition squad. +1 cover level. We're shotgun squad. Ambush. 25% damage and accuracy when attacking from a state of concealment. We're stealthy shotgun squad. And hunker down doubles SL's defense and damage reduction when suppressed or pinned down. We're shotgun squad. Shotgun? We're shotgun. No shotgun. Damn. No shotgun. Hey, Berylicious, this reminds me of XCOM a lot. We're gonna hear that sentence a lot today. Eierschaden Sollbruchstellenverursacher, my German word of the day, isn't an actual German word. Eierschaden Sollbruchstellenverursacher is a word that is exclusively made up to like make German words sound absurd. That's not a thing. It's an egg cracker, by the way, in case you're wondering, and that's what we call it in German too. Shh, we're hidden. Boom. Shh, nobody heard that. Must have been the winds. Thank you, Sir Raiden. I didn't try very hard. In Low German, it's called Löffel. Correct. I mean, this already doesn't play like XCOM at all, right? This doesn't play like XCOM at all. That's okay. We'll find something to compare it to in a bit. So, we have 20 points. Like, we've got 3 people we can promote. Let's do that. Give me view and detection range. Oh, we can demote for half the price. That's kind of cool. And then the next rank costs more? It does cost more. Then... Sorry. Let's go. We don't really have any special weaponry right now, right? I don't know yet. Is everyone on a carbine right now? Why the fuck is everyone on a carbine? We're gonna switch weapons in a second as well. Compound words are cheating. The thing is that German uses a lot of compound words, right? That's how we make most of our words. But if you just form words for the sake of forming long words, you can do that in any language. In English, you do that too. You just hyphenate things in English, right? It's the same thing. You wouldn't look at like a hyphenated beast and then go like, oh, the English language is so silly. I mean, you might, but in that case, you're wrong. Right? Ooh, never fucking mind. Look at this. We do have special weapons. Okay, Sniper Squad gets Sniper Squad. I'm just determining this is the Sniper Squad now. We're just doing that. What I can't see is our resources that we have available for us right now. I do not see that anywhere. But we'll see that in a second, I reckon. Can Shotgun Squad have a shotgun? No. No, they cannot. Well, fuck them, I guess. Are we gonna stick with all carbines? I kind of don't wanna. I wanna, like, switch to other things. You know what? Let's burn the other promotion and then we'll go into, like, the prep window and we'll see what we can find there. Right? Let's do that. Give me this. I like anchor points a lot. So. Rewards an infantry special and civilian trading post. Pirates have been extorting a local settlement for a while now. Stop extortion, establish combat outpost. But we can't take these yet, right? This is a lattice map. Okay, it is a lattice map. So let's see where we want to go. Infantry weapon, vehicle accessory. Okay, I instantly want to build vehicle stuff. So we stop extortion. That's what we do. There we go. 814 resources available to us. Ooh! Ooh! The pronunciation of Worcestershire is the silliest thing in English. That's actually kind of just true, huh? That is just kind of true, Bear. You're a lattice map. I am a lattice map. I'm sorry. On the internet, no one knows that you're a lattice map. And, like, you found me out, Kane. You found me out. I apologize. Now you know the sick truth. That's sad. So, let's have a look at what we have here. Dawn, weather overcast. So, okay, we're doing, like, in-depth sim shit. Gotcha. Save civilians by destroying 80% of all attacking enemies. Unfortunately, the civilians are real entities on the map. Okay. Unknown. We have blippies. Take this away real quick. Pirates. We know that everything we fight is pirates, but there's no distinguishing factor as of yet. Here's our deployment. Ooh. Oh, I do like this. I do like this a lot. I kind of want to, like, go around already. Like, I already want to deploy over here. But I don't have a feel for the game yet. We just flat out do not... Well, we don't have a vehicle. That's the problem. We can give her a vehicle. So where is my resource limit? It's beneath me. Right there. There's a loadout. We're currently utilizing 192 out of 814. So we have 622 spare. And we do not have a tank. Fine. You don't like your Worcestershire sauce? I do like Worcestershire sauce quite a lot. I don't like pronouncing the fucking thing. Mouse of the pirate icon to see a bit more. Pirates mounted. Ah, unknown entity. The patience of a streamer. Mind you, this takes about half a second to pop up, which is a very reasonable time for a mouse over to appear. Like a very reasonable time for a mouse over to appear. Fucking streamers, honestly. Pirate EMP team in a truck. Oh, we're bringing a rocket launcher just because I want to. Also, these are all mounted. So we're totally bringing A rocket launcher. Mounted on what? Space Toyotas, let's go. So we've got an ATV, a modular ATV chassis. Armored all-terrain vehicle is armored to protect against most small caliber weapons while being quick and maneuverable on all-terrain types. We also have a light troop carrier. I want a light troop carrier. Excuse me? Does that say auto laser? Excuse me? Hello? Hello? Does that mean... Ooh! Ideal against heavy infantry, but also effective against light and medium vehicles. Each use builds up heat that has to be vented. So I assume this thing recharges on account of it being an energy weapon. The weapon heat traps are vented to cool down the system and reduce heat buildup. So we don't have to deal with the fact that rocket launchers eventually just don't have ammo anymore, huh? Modular vehicle weapon M6 CMG. Katakoni heavy machine gun. Sick. I mean, sorry, I have to go lasers. Hey, look, a light weapon. What else do we have? What is this? Vehicle like smoke launchers. Ooh. We're just gonna be a bit wasteful. We can, like, fuck with our loadout afterwards. Are you a vehicle? You're a vehicle. We can't deploy in vehicle. Okay, we'll do that later. So the question is, what does mounted mean? Does it mean they're in a vehicle, or does it mean they are in a weapons platform? I don't know. The yellow pips are limited ammo, the red bars represent heat capacity. Yeah, that's a pretty simple concept, Preconceptor. That's not what I'm worried about. What I worry about, or what I wonder rather, is a slightly more advanced concept of there is a billion fucking games that treat heat capacity as actual, like, things that you have to eject, like a heating coil that you have to eject once it's used. The question that I'm having, and mind you, I don't need answers to these things. I don't need answers to these things. I'm speaking out loud because as a streamer, I need to keep talking and try to be entertaining and give you my thought processes. I'm barely reading answers to these because I want to find that out myself. The question here is, are we throwing the heat coil away after we've used it, or did we pay for the entire heat coil and we're going to be using the entire heat coil? That's the question. Different tactics games deal with this in different ways, and there isn't a right or wrong way to deal with this. We'll see whether this regenerates or whether this is a capacity, so to speak, right? We'll see that. I legitimately think we want to, like, sneak around there. I'll have to learn all of these as we go. Do I know what all of this is? I wonder whether we can find some elevation there, but I do not know right now. We're sticking you there. You are going here. I reckon the civilians require us getting to them in some way, shape, or form. And I don't know as of yet how many squads I can cram into a light carrier. Do I know how many squads I can cram into a light carrier? Concealment -3, vision 7, discipline, accuracy modifier, armor, hit points, unit size, trade value. Unit size 1, interesting. What's the unit size of, like, normal people? Nobody knows. Is that here? Concealment, vision, no. Okay, we still have like 400 loader capacity. Preconcept, sorry, I didn't make this clear. Stop answering these, like, rhetorical questions, please. It's getting annoying. If you tell me how the game works, there's no point in me experiencing the game anymore. Please stop. It's getting really annoying. I know you're trying to be helpful. Please do not. We had at one point, and I've already lost it because I'm not familiar with these people because we're thrown into like a point in the game, right? Oh wait, no, never mind. That's not how this works. Because I haven't played through it and like discovered all of this as the game progresses, because we're in like a slice of gameplay, I'm not familiar with all these icons, so we'll be double checking everything 50 million times. That's perfectly fine. That's not the game's fault. That's like a simple, listen, here we are. You're on Tank Buster, so you could have used that instead, but I really want you to be the sniper squad. You know what? You go with that. And then we have a bunch of items we can run with. Special weapon used by 50%. Sure. You don't need that. Oh, we only have one anyway. Deploys an explosive charge to an adjacent tile. Can be detonated with a detonation skill. The explosion will hit all the adjacent tiles. Place explosive charge. Cool. Frag grenades. Smoke grenades. Yes, please. Over here, you've got the multi-action, so you can have that. Falcon Recon Skybot launches a Falcon drone onto the battlefield. It can be moved around with a separate skill. Ooh. Ooh, hello. You go there. And so far, no one's a medic. Ephedrine combat drugs. Effectively remove suppression and become less effective by further enemy fire. Interesting. We do not have things like med kits. We're doing, I don't want to say like a more realistic approach to combat. But we're not doing, hey, have a sticker, now your health is back to full. That's okay, that's cool, that's cool. That means the tempo of combat is a very different one. Which, by the way, highly, highly interesting. Really, really, really interesting. Fuck it. Are we giving the... Is the recon squad getting a grenade launcher? Yes. Is that reasonable? Don't ask me. I don't know. I would very much like... No, that's fine. That's fine by me. But that means I would want you here, you there, and then I think you're just running. Depending on what these things are, these might be different elevations, these might be things. Like, I kind of want to just get into cover here and, like, make our way to the civilians. We'll see how that goes. I don't know how I feel about this. I guess we'll see in the end. What do I want Shotgun Squad to do? What is Shotgun Squad actually doing? Because right now Shotgun Squad doesn't have a shotgun. So Shotgun Squad is getting an LMG? I guess. And also frag grenades. Okay, chat. Is there anything else that I would need to look at equipping? Is there anything else that I want to spend resources on that you might know about? We have different armor. We have different armor. Pants. I mean, you should equip your pants, you're right. Okay. This is just better armor as we go, right? This is just better armor for better people. Armor helps. Thank you. Wonderful, wonderful. Armor durability. So let's look at what makes armor. Armor durability, and infantry accessory slots. 10, 25, 1. Oh, it gives you a comparison. Oh, I fucking love that. Beautiful. So it just gives you a flat out comparison here, so I don't even need to worry. Very cool. So this one has more slots, this one has more slots, this one has more slots. These are linear upgrades. Okay, they're linear upgrades. That's all it is. That's less interesting. But we will still want to use them. So, you get the heavy armor and the frag grenades. Now we only have 84 armor remaining. Who else do I expect to be under some sort of fire? You don't even have a special weapon. I forgot about that. Let's go... Small protective plating. And now we're running into care has overspent on everything, therefore we don't have resources left. Beautiful. I was afraid this mission was just have a shit ton of resources, but in reality this mission is have a lot of resources and then have even more ways to spend them. Cool. We've got 24 remaining, which isn't enough for more armor. That's a shame. We could obviously downgrade something. Recon Squad probably doesn't need a grenade launcher. So instead, we are on bad weapons everywhere. We don't have to be on bad weapons everywhere, right? We can be on different weapons everywhere. So this is where I'm not enough of a weapons and military nerd to understand what the difference between all of this is. I do better with stats than I do with weapon names. Better armor pen, better suppression, better rate of fire. Okay, luckily that works here. Never mind, that's good. Hit damage, hit point damage. We're dealing with damage here. Okay. Armor damage. Okay, I can deal with this. Hey, Thunderhawk, how you doing? How you doing? Hello, Thunderhawk. I'm almost done with the midsection, Thunderhawk. I'm almost done with the midsection. It's rough. It's really rough. Let's like not overspend these. Oh man, that's probably a bad decision. Oh, we only have one anyway. Never mind. We can't even do what I thought about doing. You're gonna be on there mostly. You're gonna be busy with other things. You are too. You know what? You might as well just do that. And then we've got 12 remaining. Which means we got there. Okay. That's it. That's the setup. That's the setup. And I found out about it because of how loot works in the demo. Ah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. See, that's a good shout. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. So, this makes no sense outside of like me looking at the game raw without any tutorial whatsoever. Which, once again, that's on me, right? That's not on the game. We'll see how this plays. Let's get an idea for how the game plays, and then we can make like refinements, and then we can like work this down. So. Okay, we've got voice acting, but my audio does not allow for this. And that's on me. Alright, so. This is what we see. I immediately like this visually. Right click does not turn the camera. Right click moves the camera. Middle mouse button. Oh, this is another middle mouse button game. Awful. So, what do we have? Let's look at the everything. Stop extortion. We have a timer. Why is there a timer? Why is there a real-time timer in my turn-based tactics game? Oh, I hate that! It's just counting up. Ah. So it doesn't have a mechanical purpose?
What to see, what to do.
If it doesn't have a mechanical purpose, this shouldn't fucking be there. No. Timers. This game looks pretty good. You can see you can spend 4 hours deciding what to do. So, a shit ton of turn-based tactics players exactly don't want to know this. Why is this here? I hate it. This I legitimately already don't like, but other than that, never mind. That's nitpicking. Let's stop nitpicking about a fucking timer that doesn't do anything. This game looks pretty good. Woo! Alien reference. It could also just be a loader mech. Not everything has to be a fucking alien reference. We've got people in the same squad actively taking cover. I mean, badly, but they are trying. I like the way it looks a lot. There's a little, very, very loud ATV. Look at that laser cannon up top. Ooh. The timer could be for score or ranking. Once again, don't like that at all. Do not like whatsoever. Okay, so let's look at things before we do things. Let's look at things. So We have 100 AP per unit. Action points are spent for every action, like moving or using a skill, once all points are spent. So we're dealing with a universal point system. We're not dealing with blips. We're not dealing with blippies. We have a universal point system. I don't mind universal point systems. I think those are cool. What can we already see? We can see that firing this carbine costs 40. So a good fucking chunk. Which means we'd have about this much movement before we can't fire it anymore. We have 1 tile of movement to fire a rocket launcher. Okay. Okay, cool. We see a bunch of stats. We see... Is this morale? This is armor, and then this is health. Hit points. And it does a thing that I personally don't like. It does... This is highly subjective. It does the left click sets an action and right click undoes it. I personally really like right click setting actions, but that's neither here nor there, right? That's neither here nor there. I reject a reality where it's not an Aliens reference, it's substitute my own when it's an Aliens reference. It might be. It might be. Might have daily challenge maps and stuff later on. Here's the problem, Berylicious. Here's the problem with that. One of the biggest complaints about Phyrexis Com 2 is the addition of timers. In general, while there is a use for timers, a large part, a very large part of like the turn-based tactics aficionado, I don't want to call it a community because it's not, do not like shit like this. Turn timers. You took X amount of turns. Super cool. Real life timers? We're not playing a real-time strategy game for a reason, right? I am definitely on the front of keep your real turn timer shit in like real-time games. I don't care whether it's for daily challenge maps or whether it's for like ranking or anything. Keep this shit out of my turn-based tactics. Give me turn timers instead. You cleared this map in 10 turns. Ooh, I can now optimize. Can I get it down to 9 turns? Ooh. That I like, but keep your fucking timers in your real-time games. No matter what we do, like, you go in there. I will be looking at animations because honestly, I think this game looked kind of cracked. And then we're gonna leave it at... I would like to... No, I would... End turn. You start a move, you end a move. What? Okay. We go, they go. And then there's a dead civilian. Interesting. That is one dead civvy. That is one dead civilian. And I now realize I should have probably bought the upgrade that says, hey, would you like some sprinting? No, no, please do that, please. We found a civilian. Cool. Yeah. It's still our turn. Hold up. This isn't how many of that faction are still alive. This is something else. This is how many of that faction have acted yet. Okay. Basically, we're living in a real-time world. Yeah, I don't want the real world to like come anywhere close to my video games to begin with, so I'll stand by that. I'll stand by that. I feel like I wanted a scout over here. Like, I'm kind of hesitant to move this vehicle forward knowing what I now know, which is basically nothing. Ooh. We have an infantry hydra.
What? Yeah.
God, there's so much happening already. Like, okay, the weapons fire is that ambiance? Because it keeps happening, even though it's my turn right now. And then we can't go over there because we need to end turn. Okay.
Okay.
Shit just keeps happening. Reminds me a lot of Valkyrie. Yeah, it reminds me a lot of Valkron, right? It reminds me a lot of Valkron. The point system does it. The it's a separate initiative system. So here's what I would classify as games that play like XCOM. Blippy system instead of universal points. It's blippies. team movement. One team moves, then another team moves. And one very big thing is pod activation. Enemies don't do anything until you see them. Those are 3 things that are inherent to basically all XCOM games. And as such, if I see them in other games, I go like, oh yeah, this plays like XCOM. And we're going to take like a small step forward because I want to retain the ability to fire something. If I spot something, we do not. So then it's always good to move your full, like your highest value unit, like full forward as your last action. I hear that's always a good move to make. Do not do this. In general, we want to be kind of icky about our movement, huh? I see this now. Because if I move over here, we can't fire for shit anymore. Yo, that sprint ability was really valuable, huh? Is there a mischance? No idea. I haven't fired a weapon yet. We'll find that out in a bit, though. What does that mean?
What?
Kind of annoying. What do we have here? Minigun strafing. I haven't even read all of this. Once again, Kara didn't read the tutorial. Minigun strafing. Projectile suppressive, high rate of fire. The dropship will perform a strafing run that hits 5 tiles with suppressive minigun fire. This attack is effective against clusters of infantry, but has low damage against armored enemies. No free line of fire required, ignores cover, limited to 1 use, costs 0 action points to use. So we have this once, and then we have an unguided missile strike. Missile from the Impetus missile pod, repurposed from ship-to-ship combat to strike a ground target within a 5x5 area. This attack has high damage, armor pen, and suppression, but is low in accuracy. It hits anywhere in a 5x5. Cool. I still want to keep this over there. I want to get this recon drawn out. We're doing that next turn. Okay, legit, this game looks kind of like, the more I look at it, if we talk about like graphical fidelity, the game isn't like all the way up there, but this looks genuinely good. This looks pretty cool. I do like the visuals that I'm getting so far, quite a lot. You'll also see we're clustering up quite a lot because I am not entirely sure as to how much it takes to take down an enemy. I'm not quite sure as to how much the game expects me to move out and to split up. Let's do the same thing we did last time of retaining weapon fire. Critical weakness to grass, entirely true. All of these things are true, Sarah. Okay, cool civvy movement. We could get out. We should get out, right? I assume, very, very poor assumption, that by moving next to a civilian, we will quote-unquote rescue them. How much does this consume? We couldn't fire anymore, and we can't get back either. Nothing happens when I move next to a civilian. That's because they will be in the operation zone, and there's nothing we can do against that, huh? Okay. Movement. Am I spooked by first enemy contact? Absolutely. Aha!
Same old slob, right?
We've discovered the enemy! They're firing at civilians, who would have thought. There is more of the enemy right there. Where did my movement indicator go? There it is, it's back now. There's no world in which we get to fire at that, right? Let's start with this. Can I just deploy this anywhere? Like, over here? Alright. So this is just an object. Okay, they keep firing as like ambience because they're going in into like suppressive fire, right? There's no redo button or undo button. I do not see one at all, no. In general, in general tactics games that have an uncover mechanic where you have fog of war that you deal with, usually do not have these because they're trying to prevent you cheesing. They're trying to prevent you from gaining intel and then resetting. Undo movement is something that I personally really, really like. But I understand why it's not here. I understand why this isn't a thing here. There's no world in which they can get to me, right? Okay, they're just wild shooting. My drone's almost down. We basically had no impact, like, there at all. It didn't show us anything. It just... This drone now has less HP. So, like, impact feedback's a bit poor. A bit very poor, in fact. That's our range. So we'd want to be there. They will probably be sitting under fire for another turn before we get to do anything about it. How to approach enemies is something that we'll get better at in the end. Right now we won't be. Deploy any heavy weaponry. That's not what we're doing. That's the heavy weaponry. That's not the turn priority. Is this a heavy weapon? Does this need to be deployed first? Anti-vehicle, anti-structure, armor piercing. Deploy. Yes. Okay, so we get down. We spend 20. Front armor. Ooh, we've got armor bitsies. Fuck yeah. I do like armor bitsies. So we're shooting through like a bunch of shit. Is this ever gonna do anything? This is never gonna do anything, right? But it does let me aim there. But this is in the way. Let's find out how weapon fire works.
Good job.
Hard to argue with that, huh? There's probably somewhere to argue with that, but that is a once truck. Look at the preview. Shit, I didn't see the preview. Okay. I'll make note of that on the next shot we take. I'll take note of that the next time we do anything. So one truck down. We are on... How many... We had like 3 shots on this or something? I don't see the current ammo anywhere. Oh no, there it is. We have 4 shots remaining. Hey, Seth, you are the best duckling. Well done. And turn. Yeah, please do evacuate towards my direction. That would be, like, so appreciated. They really hate my drone, huh? No, droney!
Keep those eyes open.
Is that destructible terrain? Did I just see this thing take damage? Ooh. Oh, you can't do that to me. Oh, no. Oh, you can't do that to me. That's... Oh, that's... You can also see ammo as a tiny number on the shoot this weapon button. Oh shit, yeah, it's right there. It's right up there. It's this right here. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah. Orders?
Okay, I have incredible issues trying to approach enemies as of right now. Is this gonna see us get shot at? The answer is likely, huh? Don't really know how cover works yet. Someone died somewhere.
What?
It's likely a civilian. Let's go take you around here. Hold. All of the noise is coming from around there.
What? Yeah.
And go. Oh, is that the hotkey?
What?
It just lined up by accident, huh? It's on there, yeah, there. Like 12 shots, 0 heat. Why are you going over there? What are these civilians doing? It's not evacuating. We'll drive into this corridor and it will be the worst thing ever. I've fallen in love with this vehicle, I'm sorry.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
My drone is gone. So we don't have vision on there anymore.
Sir.
Let's get up. Get over here. I don't like that you're seeking cover on the opposite side there. That's a bit nothing.
Attention, moving to cover. Sit rep, heavy armor.
Sitrep heavy armor. Oh. Oh, hi there. A cargo. Oh, no. Wait, that's just a cargo hauler. You are the guys. Pirate boarding commandos. Heavily armored outlaws specialized in boarding and pacifying spacecraft through violent means. They are currently unaffected. That's their mood, right? And heavily armored. They are heavily armored. Okay, we're moving back. Thank you for getting out of my way. That's much appreciated. They're fleeing into more danger. That's exactly what they're doing. The question is, does the mission fail if they all die?
What?
Honestly? Hold up. So going forward is pretty cheap. Turning, not so much.
Enemy heavies.
Where is the preview? There's the preview. So, I'm in front of the preview. I'm sorry about that. Shoot auto laser. Low accuracy, because there's a million things in between us, obviously. Give me that back. There we go. Full armor pen, poor suppression. The target is in cover. I'm gonna shoot this anyway.
Now put them out of their misery.
So they're now suppressed and wavering. That's also not the team I originally thought I was firing at, but we also tore down the cover of the guys next to that. Fucking funny. We could just deploy smoke here, huh? Yeah, please. What? What is it trying to do? Hold up. Blocks all lines of sight. So I select a square. And then I select more square? Have you seen Mad Max? I have not, but check out what happened to the... Oh my god, they got... Oh, they got ashened. Oh no. All we get smoked? Well, what do I select the first tile for then? What is this? I thought this was the smoke grenade. Is this just like for funsies? I don't like this. Never mind. We'll leave that there. That's the area of one grenade. How many grenades do I fire? Deploys a smoke screen. It shoots 3 in a 3x3. Ah! So we have 1, 1, 1. No, this doesn't confirm. What? What do you want me to do now? I'll leave that there. We'll worry about that another time. We're in that turn here.
Got visual on targets.
Oh! Shouldn't have left that there, huh? So, there are more guys over there. How much damage did we take off of this? No, 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 stop that. The fact that is there a way to select this unit to look at it right now? Because it doesn't feel like there is. That is annoying. Like, yeah, I know I can't move her anymore, but I would really, really like to, like, look at the unit. Gonna be adjacent? The adjacency didn't work either. I tried that. We pay 18, and then we don't have line of sight. You've already moved. I see the recon drone is really valuable. And I really don't want to move into the open. So we'd have to be going around here. You can see the health behind your model. You mean this screen? I want to look at the unit. I don't care about this little preview. I want the unit window up. The fact that I can't have that simply because the unit has moved already is fucking annoying. I want to see this. This is what I want to see. This right here. I want to be able to like see this on a unit that has already moved. God knows if I need to check a passive I picked at one point. Like, get rid of all of this, sure, fine, that's alright. But I cannot bring this up for a unit that has moved. It is really bad. That's not a good thing. We're gonna move through here. Take a screenshot! Screenshots don't update. I mean, unless I update them. How do we approach this? How do we approach this in a safe manner without getting shot to pieces?
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't it, right? This doesn't give us the vision that we need. Unfortunately. We could move in, hunker down, shoot at them and hope that that does it. This is 27 down to 55. We need 60, so we can't even do that this turn. Let's go throw a smoke grenade down here. See, that worked like I expected it to. And now we ask the question of what does smoke actually do? Concealment, accuracy negative, suppression negative, damage received negative, defense plus 80%. Okay, so being in smoke, really, really good.
Orders
Cool.
on our way.
Take a wizard snapshot? You think that's a good idea?
Let's do this.
Oh, those are dead. That's a shame. You need to go this way, right? I want you to, like, deal with these things. Eventually.
Movement.
Oh, hello there. What are you? You look scary. Pirate scavengers, a loose group of outlaws armed with various weapons and possibly under the influence of illegal substances. Those damn druggies. Well, they took my rocket launcher. They have a rocket launcher. That's actually kind of scary. But they do need to get to my vehicle first, so... You know. They're gonna get to these civvies, and that's gonna be sad for someone that isn't me. They shouldn't have line of sight here. Are those flamethrowers? They look like shotguns to me.
Enemy movement.
You're moving up. I'm really just worried about the squad that was here previously. That might be that squad, actually. Okay, we're back in. So, before we do anything, what are you? You are pirate chain gun teams. A small team of pirates armed with a chain gun to provide a high volume of suppressive fire. Suppressive fire not really worried about on this vehicle right now. But I can't see enough to be worthwhile anything. So... 45 allows us still to fire and we will have line of sight. They're probably not there anymore, that's the other problem. They aren't there anymore, they're over there now, which explains why the civvies ran away. They do get to find cover in a different spot. Salvo, medium accuracy, full armor pen, low suppression. Pirate EMP team, specialized in disabling vehicles for boarding and looting.
Damn, bud, nice shooting.
That's very loud. And also very cool. And that's your action. I'm kind of waiting for the rocket to come out so I know where it's coming from.
Ah, fuck. What?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Fleeing, it said, as they died. They dynamically updated their status. It's nice of them to keep me posted. No?
Orders.
There is fire coming from there. So right now... do I want to move further up? Yes, the answer is yes, desperately.
Fine.
Oh, hi there! Oh, hello there! What are you? A flamethrower team in a truck. Okay. Medium accuracy. Hi! Cool. That destroyed the cover for the guys with the rocket launchers, and we cannot fire the weapon twice in one turn. That's important. This is less suppressive fire and more, well, you don't have cover. Now they're pinned down. Okay, I don't know what that means yet. I do know, however, that weapon fire is very, very loud. Very, very loud. What even would that be? Effects volume? Probably effects volume. Let's go there. I'm also zoomed in very far, so there's that. What are you? Are you turning? You are turning. I would like to turn this way, please. I did turn this way. Wonderful. The hearing loss is realism. It really is. Okay. We have a shit ton of stuff here. That flamethrower team worries me. And obviously one truck holding all of that down is a bit bad. We do not want that. What I'd want is the fucking sniper team over there, but like I cocked that one up, didn't I? We can also see that time to kill is relatively low. This matters a lot. Like a whole lot. Let's go over here. We have cover. And we have shoots, actually. We're on 60 AP remaining. Let's go deploy. And then we have Moe bullshit, huh?
Lay it on them! Flank them while they're shy.
Cool. So they're still pinned down, whatever that means. These are pinned down, these are unaffected, but they have like a different border. That might be because they've acted already, I don't know that.
Orders.
Range here is a bit poor.
Sir.
And we don't want to, well, we do want to rocket launcher this flamer truck, no? That would require us to get somewhere with less AP than we're spending right now, but we can prep that move for next turn. Pin means they lose their whole turn. Oh! It wasn't explained yet. We would probably run into it, but these are just stunned next to... Oh, that's fucking fancy, isn't that, huh? Let's move
Orders.
people up. I do want to, like, cover this area, though, because we know that there's something there, right? You know what?
Yeah.
You. You go first. And then we'll see what they do. Stop! Ooh! Ooh!
Sir.
There are jump packs. Jump packs. Did you see that? Did you see that? They jump.
Get to cover.
That actually has me really excited. We're not hunkering down yet, even though that would be efficient AP use, because we kind of need to move one forward to even hit that. And I do not want to move there yet.
Let's do this.
I'm worried. I'm worried and I don't have an Overwatch button. Both of these things contribute to me feeling kind of uneasy right now. Hey, the flamethrowers are getting out and the truck itself does nothing, right?
Eyes on.
They do have normal guns.
What?
Alright. Let's fuck shit up, I suppose. Oh, the truck isn't even an object anymore. You can get into these vehicles as you go, huh? That's kind of nifty. So what do we even have here? Let's get out of this real quick. You're the heavy squad, right? Now, come on. You're the chain gun team, exactly. I'm kind of spooked of you. You're scavengers, you're kind of lighter, you're boarding commandos, you're definitely heavy, and you're the flamethrower team.
What?
So, let's... This will kill like a motherfucker somewhere, right? Like, this will just like murder people. Medium, good accuracy. We can put this in there, but I don't think... This is kind of heavier fire. I don't feel like we need the heavier fire to deal with like this fucking scavenger team. This, however, has... this is decent accuracy, and this is too far away. Yeah, let's go try and deal with these guys.
Keep your eyes on this Marine.
Which Marine? They're gone. They're just gone. I will tell you, I do like the weapons in this a lot so far.
What did we ever do to
Big
you?
fan. What did you ever do to me? That's a good question. I do still think we want a smoke screen here, but you know what? Let's do something else. I still don't understand how this smoke screen works. That's how it works. Okay, never mind. I understand how the smoke screen works now. Why did I do that? I just gave the enemy a really good smoke screen. Boy, am I glad the enemy has a way to smoke, walk into me now. That's what they needed. They didn't have that yet.
Sorry effort that was.
Yeah, we hit nothing. But that's okay. We hit one guy.
Hey, no!
We hit two guy. And that turn. You can steal commandeer vehicles. Yeah, absolutely. I do like the voice acting. So far, the voice acting has been really reactionary, and the the performance has been pretty decent. Exactly. I agree.
Orders?
I sure wish I hadn't used this recon drone.
Sir.
For nothing. 40, that's a bit much. Oh, we're not deploying shit, we're just going in, right? I do love that we're going next to the smoke instead of in it. Like, I feel really, really gifted right now. I feel like really good at this. No armor pen, poor suppression. We're really laying into these, whereas we shouldn't, right? And that flamethrower team is really close. Whatever is over there is also really close. I don't like this position. Why am I here? Can't get that far. It's better than nothing.
Deflected.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Never mind. I shouldn't have never taken that position. Are you running off the board? Please run off the board.
Yeah.
Who fucking knows?
Moving.
This is the sniper team for next turn, who should have been set up behind the truck like 2 turns ago. Is there a setting general? This is probably on a general somewhere, right? Player unit movement speed, stop movement on enemy sighted, that's all cool. I do like sliders for like binary options. This is very funny to me. End turn on selecting unit. What does that mean? What I'm looking for is like auto end turn. I would like to turn that off. It does this right now when it knows the unit doesn't have anything left to do. That should be in here, right? But it's not. Allow movement while deployed? What does that even mean? Go movement range, yeah, and turn on selecting unit. And turn on selecting unit. I don't get it. And these are just beats. Okay, so we don't have that option. I would like that option for full release. Go. So my assumption of needing to rescue civilians was wrong. We don't need to rescue civilians, we need to kill everyone. That's what the mission says in the game's defense. This is too open. I do not want to walk through this. I know we had enemy sighting here, but like I just do not want to walk through this. Do we have like anything? Like you're the people with good line of sight, right? There's a truck there.
Moving to cover.
Let's just call it flanking. Let's just call it flanking. We're flanking the enemy. That's exactly what we're doing. You think this is gonna hit? Allow move while deployed means it won't make you hit the undeploy button to move. It will just account for undeploying costs when you try to move a deployed unit. Even if maybe you really didn't want the unit to undeploy. Oh, no, I don't get it. Yes, Fox. Yes. Like, the units moving on the field, by the way, feels really great. The fact that everyone's trying to stick to cover, trying to move as a unit. This is like a blob thing that feels cool. We're gonna leave this for like harder positions to crack. This I'm not super not sold on yet.
Doing this or what?
Probably not doing this, but fuck it, let's send it. I'm scared. I'm scared I misplayed this turn really badly. That's not what I'm scared about. I know I misplayed this turn really badly. Mostly this smoke is going to fuck me. Well, here we go. There it is. We're starting to slightly cook the lasers.
Bring me more.
She's really into this. Love it.
Good job. Whatever.
Oh, we're very visceral, huh? Okay, cool. This auto laser? Mwah. Mwah. Try moving and deployed. Oh my god. Preconceptor, I get it now. Deployed is the unit with... It's this. Well, not this, but... It's this deployment here. That's what it means. I was on the deployment screen and was like, what does it mean, like movement when on deployment screen? What are you talking about? I can move everything. It means movement when deployed. The unit is hunkering down, getting the heavy weapons out. That's what it means. Okay. Setting. General. Yes, please allow movement when deployed. Where was it? Do this. I assume your movement's gonna suck shit when deployed, obviously. But I still want it. I would still like it. There's the flamethrower team that's about to cook me. Literally.
Yeah.
They didn't cook me.
Orders.
Well, that's a shame.
Get to cover.
High. We have a salvo and we have sustained fire. With the goal to suppress an enemy unit and keep it suppressed. My goal is to kill them. This costs a lot. Hit point 8.4 by 8 by 5. Armor damage 1285. Armor pen 20. Armor pen suppression 68535. Let's have a look. Poor accuracy. Well, it doesn't have to be poor accuracy. As far as I can tell, there's no Overwatch, so... Sup?
I'll give you your due.
Cool. A middle option that is sometimes. Coin flip. I just realized you can also remove the tooltip blaze. Ooh, that's actually kind of cool.
Sir.
I should not do this. This is such a bad idea. Oh? Oh! Enemy missing? Scared?
Yeah.
Afraid?
Orders?
Where the fuck did they go? So they went up. Mind you, there's like more map with, like over here. There's like way more map over here. Huh. Alright.
Yep.
They're both over there.
Yeah.
What do we have? 48. A lot. It's all just this smoke, right? How long does smoke last? It doesn't tell me. Did it tell me on the actual smoke shot? I can't check that because I can't look at the skill anymore. Ugh.
Yeah.
I reckon it'll at least last this round, right? What's wrong with them? They're unaffected, unaffected. Why are they blinking? Because they've already moved, right? It'll be fine. If this runs out while we're in it, then we're just caught with our pants down. That's okay. Like I said, the first mission is probably going to shit because I have no idea what I'm doing. That is just what happens when you don't read your tutorials, kids. Read your tutorial. Read your cereals, eat your tutorials.
Taking fire.
Uh-huh. So I don't know why their symbols are blinking, but they're blinking. And now it's our turn. The smoke, I can see clearly now the smoke is gone. We 40, 40, 80. Okay. That flashing shield means they're wavering or fleeing morale stuff. Okay, that might be it. Can't check right now. So, high. Accent accuracy, full armor pen. Good, because these are the heavy armored motherfuckers, right? Sup?
Are we still in this?
But we only get one shot out of it because it's one sniper rifle on one woman. The rest of the squad already only has like garbage. Accent accuracy, no armor pen, so you're going over there. They're now fleeing.
What?
Okay. So can I have no idea what this means. So the bottom one is health, the middle one is armor, and the top one is what exactly?
Sir.
The top one is that no armor pen. Then I'll pinned. It's suppression. Okay, when it fills up they get pinned. Thank you. You know what? Do you know what? It doesn't allow me to fire that. It's got minimum range, that's why. Okay, okay. I was gonna say, why can't I? No, like it literally has the minimum range tag, doesn't it? It does. Fair enough. Anyway, frag grenade.
Trinketing ain't easy.
Trinketing? That was the world's most pathetic frag grenade, by the way. I hated that. So far the weapon sound has been loud, but pretty good. Frag grenade needs work out of 10.
Every good pa!
She is so sane. I love her. So sane. Turn a little. So we're cooling this weapon down, right? Like, we're cooling down. What is this? Vent. The weapon heat traps are vented to cool down the system and reduce heat buildup. Okay, so we need to do this manually. Does it do it by itself? Mental state maxing. Let's go vent this out. Here we go. I like this vehicle a lot, by the way. The way this vehicle is handled has made me very, very happy so far. Oh, it's time for Shotgun Squad. Only that they're just like not Shotgun Squad. These are pinned down. These are suppressed. Be more suppressed. Cool. They're now more suppressed. And also...
Don't freak
Cool.
out!
Don't freak out! Ah, who's shooting at me? Oh no, it's us shooting at them, never mind.
Orders?
Orders, go forth and, like, shoot guys.
Hustle 103rd.
Like, they're just pinned down, so fuck them, right? We will be chewing through all their armor before this is done.
Sights are sharp.
I recognize that. But we can't get into this truck, right? Yo, is that truck now blocking us from moving through? They are... Oh, that's nifty! Wait, that's cool as fuck! So this truck, their Pirate Flamethrower Team truck, has now, like, left a permanent barricade and, like, changed the battlefield. That is really cool. Really, really cool.
Major, C2 is wrong. This soldier's very combat effective.
The fucking ashes!
Which of you wants it next?
Oh, I love this truck. This lady is beautiful. Where's the affix bayonet button? I have not found it yet. Unfortunately, that is, as of yet, AWOL.
Orders?
So we saw a team escape through there, right? How do we best grab that? This is gonna undeploy us. That's what we just enabled, right? Yeah, this is gonna undeploy us, and then it's gonna move. That's the option that we selected. Wonderful, that's exactly what I want.
Yeah.
Orders?
I need like a line of sight somehow. What does that term even mean, Theo?
Orders?
I don't think I've heard that yet. Melee attacks for all squads is a must, hell yeah. We found them. There's a flamethrower team and like a normal scav team, huh?
Sir.
Oh!
Fire mission underway.
Is that next turn? Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. It makes sense, obviously, but that means this is highly less usable.
Orders?
Oh, we can move through it. No, we'd much rather move through this. This only has one door. What do you... What? Huh?
Move it, Marines!
Oh, we move around... Oh! Okay. We can move through this gap. Sorry, I'm being fired at. Oh, hi there. We can move through this gap.
Dogs got by.
It takes 2 turns? Oh, this is like super not usable then, huh?
Yeah.
Never mind. I'm much less excited for that thing now. Much less. Stop.
Everything suddenly sucks!
Sorry, that really got me. That really got me. The columns are sort of hard to use. You gotta pin units in them, or they gotta be stuck between terrain. Yeah, and the pinning isn't as easy as that, right? That's the problem. That seems to be rather difficult to actually accomplish.
Yeah.
Not the biggest fan of how that works. We could just shoot them from here.
Ain't nothing doing.
Yeah, I figured. They're now suppressed, right? They're suppressed. So suppressed means nothing.
Sir.
We do need to properly get them. What even are you? You're an EMP team. Why am I scared of you? Hi.
Advance opportunity.
Well, one of you's still there, but you're now pinned.
Seeking cover.
And because you're pinned, that's your turn. So you're not getting another one. Cool. Now that we've established that, let's... I wish I could, like, determine how we end. I cannot right now. Suppresses minus 50 AP and they automatically deploy if not already. Ah! Okay. Okay, we can do this. Plow through?
Major.
Wait, that just popped up out of nowhere. What do you mean plow through? Also, did you really just go oorah? Fine, we'll get you your fucking crayons. Holy shit.
Orders.
Okay, so I'm gonna... No, I'm gonna finish this mission first and then we're gonna talk about this real quick. This is cover, right? Yeah, this is cover. We've learned a lot. We've learned a lot already. The first thing I've learned is, what is this? Plow through infantry blocking your way. Anyone not quick enough to jump out of the way is in serious danger of getting crushed.
Maybe this place is worth an investment.
Well, that was fun. Well, that was fun. Item received, large trinkets. Civilian supplies. Kra, pretty trinkets. Save civilians. Okay, civilian trading post and the way back where resources, blah, blah, blah. We got this promotion stars. We got 18 4-star, 8 plus 18 4-star rating. These are probably separate. I don't know. We used 802 out of 814 logistics. I don't know whether this is like a consistent resource or not, in which case we would be fucked if it is. Casualties. None. I was gonna say, 5? No, no casualties. Effectiveness. 11 out of 16 rounds, so there was a turn limit. 44% of civilians survived. Civilians survived? Cool! The civilians survived! Literally all of them! 0% buildings destroyed. 100% of objective completed. Difficulty modifier ×1. Overall rating 4 out of 5. Viable population! Nice. It's not a limit per se, it's a rating limit. You can go over. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I like that. I like that a lot. We also acquired a tripod M6 CMG, ooh, and rend ammo, specifically designed to cause maximum armor damage and render body armors useless quickly. This round also does high flash damage. Due its specific design, its armor penetration capability is extremely low. Yeah, that makes fucking sense because it's designed to make flesh go bleh. I need to check something real quick, everyone. Oh, hold up. One quick thing. Oh my god, there's like a lot of these, huh? One second, everyone. We've got like a little like weird Discord bot infestation. Are all of these? My god. There's so many of them. So many of them. If anyone just got banned and is an actual person, like on Discord, I'm so sorry. Let me know. But like, man, that was a lot. And they all joined within the span of like the same couple of minutes. My god. It's all these fucking art scammers, right? That's all it is. Sorry about that, everybody. A moment of who keeps summoning them. I know what it is, Theo. I know what it is. So, you know how below the stream there is an about section. In that about section, there's a Discord link. For all the time, like for a good couple of months, that link that I had in there was expired because I like usually go via the chat link. And then I updated it. And ever since I updated it, they're going through that link. That's what they're doing. They're actively looking for like streamers to join streaming discords to spam their shit AI art or like the shit like proc-gen stuff. You just immediately block them all. Yeah, what I do with that, I'm not saying you need to because this is effort, right? But like what I do with that is I message whoever runs that server if I know them and tell them like, hey, here's an art scammer, kill them. We're never getting rid of them. This is just the reality. Here's the thing, a lot of these aren't actually bots. A shit ton of these are not actual bots. I've actively talked to a handful of them. They're art scammers. They're scammers is what they are. So, like, be aware. Oh, we only get to pick one. We only get to pick one. More armor damage, less armor pen. Okay, so this does less to health if there still is armor. It makes armor die quicker. And... okay, this is cool. I want this. Give that to me. So, this is the damage we took, huh? And the damage we dealt. So Recon Squad did nothing, and therefore should have never had a good weapon. Recon Squad was just there. Recon Squad did armor damage. I like vehicles a lot, it turns out. There's just too many, you're right. That's why I'm saying, like, I'm not saying, like, oh, you need to do this. Like, no, this is effort. Like, you shouldn't. Like, ban these people immediately. If you get a friend request from someone, like, from someone random, don't take it. If you get a message request from someone, read it and then immediately get rid of it. Especially if that message request doesn't tell you what they want from you. It's awful. So we've just acquired a civilian trading post. Finish. Okay. Okay. That was the first run. So we've got 18 points for promotion. No one died, so we still have all of our squaddies. This made me so afraid. This got me so afraid. What was that game called? The one that we picked up and then immediately like threw away. Because, oh my god. Counterforce? USC Counterforce. A game, also a turn-based tactics game about like military squad management. But in tutorial, it immediately gave you like 30 units to fuck with and then told you, yeah, that's the game, deal with all of them now and equip all of them and do skills for all of them. And I immediately went, yeah, I'm not doing that. Like, immediately. There was no onboarding. There was a tutorial about how the mechanics of the game work and that looked sick. And then no ramping. Just 30 units, go fuck yourself. Immediately quit that game. And this made me afraid it's going to be the same thing. But I see how this works now. Nifty. Fucking nifty. She's euphoric. 10% accuracy, 10% discipline, 10% morale, 10% damage reduction for the next 2 missions. Yeah, she's really into this, huh? What I worry about is this hit point stuff. Wait a second. Are these non-equipped? We have spare idiots! Wait a goddamn second, we have spare idiots! Alright. Oh my god, spare idiots. That's what the hit points are. We're not low on health. Every moron is 10 HP. Oh my god, we're Dawn of War. This is turn-based Dawn of War. Dude! That's sick! No, I realized these are each heroes leading a squad. What I didn't realize was that you could add more, that we had more idiots lying around. That is what I didn't realize. I understood that it's a hero leading a squad, like, pretty quickly. But the extent of it all. I need you to be relatively slim. You're gonna be under fire. There we go. Oh, this is nifty. The supply cost can go up quick a bit because the armor and primary weapons cost is tied to the total members. Ah, I see. That makes perfect sense. Okay, so let's stick down to like base levels. Except for here. No, like, this is also a squad that doesn't need all of these people. Realistically, she needs that. Right? Like, deads. And enemies destroyed by this SL drop 1 refill for special weapons and accessories. I have no idea how that works. But I now know that this sniper rifle is exactly 1 shot and the squad around me doesn't mimic that shot. That makes this a lot less helpful, by the way. Special gear is just a flat cost. Yeah, because special goes onto the hero itself. I get that, I get that. That makes perfect sense to me. Well, the squad has a special weapon because the SL is carrying the special instead of a primary. Ooh! Okay, the more I see of this, the more I like this game. The more I see of this, the more I fucking like this. This is a great concept. It's a bit wonky to get going, and it turns out, like, you need a squid, apparently. Oh, no, you need squid. Never mind. We're just going with that. Medusa just used a limitation passive 3 times. Is that normal? Yeah, she's just having a good time. She's just having a good time. So we do have squad management. We kind of have like in-depth squad management as well. However, it's not bad in-depth squad management. I'm checking something. Okay. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I do need to end, unfortunately. But I want to talk about what I just played. Mind you, I played 1 mission, and I didn't read the fucking tutorial. Okay? This is important to know. This is important background information. This is sick! The concept of what I just played is really interesting. The volume of what I just played is also really interesting. I'm going to turn this down slightly. Because I would like to hear myself talk and think. The tactical play on board is hyper lethal. Things die really quickly. And I believe your things will die really quickly too. We had a bit of a mission of vehicle supremacy, which is fine, right? But in general, I was scared to put the vehicle out too much the entire fucking mission, which is great. I like the way the different squads handle. I like this system. Now that I get the thought behind the system of like equipping one guy with little guys around, having your skill trees, I really, really enjoy that part. This is very cool. The squad management was a bit much at the start, and like now that I've done this once, I would make very, very different choices. Let's, for example, put everyone back to basics for now. Not you. You're staying exactly where you are. I'd make really different choices here, especially in like gear selection down there. God, I want more recon skybots. I would like a lot of these. But the bottom line is, this is cool as fuck. However, there is a thing that scares me. There's one thing that scares me. And that is that they've said, and it's like here as well, right? Like here. It will include multiple planets, more biomes, multiple enemy factions, alongside many more squad leaders to recruit, and a much larger number of weapons, accessories, vehicles, armors, and other equipment to buy from the black market. Nifty. All of that cool. I like the looting as well. All of that is cool. I cannot wait to play more of that. But it would also include a strategic layer that sees you lead your team from aboard your ship, the strike cruiser TCRN Impetus. Spoink. Managing. I can never read the word impetus without going spoink. I'm so sorry. Dota has permanently ruined me. Managing the morale in squads and your relationship with the local factions to unlock more powerful tools. Here's my fear. There are two routes this can take. This can take the route of Phyrexis XCOM, where you have one presence that you move around different missions and you pick the mission. Or this can take the route of Phoenix Point. The route of Phoenix Point would be you have multiple squads going through multiple layers, managing multiple entities at a time, sending one to like South Africa and one to like Northern Europe, etc., right? And you have to manage all of this. That is the major reason I didn't like Phoenix Point. Phoenix Point was more UFO defense than it was like modern day XCOM. And while UFO defense is a very specific mood, that's fine. That wasn't what I was looking for. As long as this sticks to like one or two groups of squads, I'm down for that. Super down for that. But if it goes into like the Phoenix Point layer of our strategic layer is you have multiple entities to manage, I'm not here for that. I don't want to deal with that. It sounds like you have your strike cruiser, the Impetus, and you're managing one concerted effort at a time, or maybe two. That's the maximum I'm willing to deal with on a strategic layer. As long as it does that, fucking sick. Very, very cool. But I am afraid it might veer off into, oh, we need more. This interface, however, really doesn't lend itself to that, right? Like, it really doesn't lend itself to that. Other than that, moment-to-moment gameplay on board there. Really enjoyed playing that. Really, really enjoyed playing that. You saw me play hyper scared because I didn't know the volatility yet. You saw me like try to approach one EMP team scared shitless, even though we had numbers. It does feel like you need to be slow and steady in your approach. It does feel like you need to be slow and steady. So smoke grenades are invaluable. Placing smoke grenades correctly also invaluable. But it also feels very toolboxy. Right tool for the right job, right? And that's sick as fuck. Ultimately, a game like this will not live and die by, but will largely depend on the characters that you recruit and what you do with those characters. Right now, I have no idea like who any of these people are, and I don't know why her like vehicle of death is called the skill retention unit. Like, do you retain your skill if you sit inside of it? Who knows? Like, I don't know any of these people. But, well, I feel like I know Renu kind of well because she's insane. That's what she is. She's just insane. Cool. But overall, I had a really good time with this. This was nifty as all hell. I know the maps are like procedurally generated, right? That map did not feel procedurally generated. That map felt pretty cool. Wide open area to avoid on the left. Complex, like, setups on the right side to sneak through. Nifty, 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 fucking nifty. News trailer makes it look like you warp to a planet to do an operation, which is a set of missions like the demo. I think it will be very RNG random for SLs and their skill trees, sort of like Battle Brothers. Kind of what I'm hoping for, Save the World. Kind of what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for this to be sort of like sci-fi Battle Brothers-ish. Controversially, I don't like Battle Brothers. Because I don't like low fantasy, grimy morons going through mud. I hate the way Battle Brothers looks. I don't like the setting. I don't like the dudes. Local anime person on the internet prefers other aesthetics. Who would have thought? Duh. But the mechanics behind Battle Brothers, right? Like the troop management and all of that, that shit's nifty. And I'm waiting for someone to make a good game where I can have my company management in an art style and in a setting that I enjoy. This has an art style I like. It has a setting that I think looks cool. And the game itself is really nice to look at as well. Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Overall, what I just played has me really excited. really excited. Truth be told, I expected to go into this and bounce off of it. I expected to go into this today and go like, oh, okay, This has had the opposite effect on me. I want to play this kind of desperately. So, there's a lot more to the demo. This was just like one random ass mission in an entire demo tree. Unfortunately, I don't have more time to cover this today. Fucking nifty. Pan! Demo for this one dropped. Neat. I was wondering when it'd finally get a release date. Feels like it was in dev for ages now. Love Battle Brothers. Pan! Hope you're doing well. Yeah, demo dropped. Demo is live for everyone. I got access to this a while ago. I do have to admit, I got access to this a bit ago and then put it off. And then I broke my foot, so there's my excuse. Go check out the demo. I'm going to drop you the Steam page for it. Controversially, something I don't do for a lot of games. But there you go. Release date is in February. February next month. Yeah, February next month, exactly. Go check this out for yourself if you want to play more of the demo. There seems to be quite a lot of variety in the demo itself, even though they lament that it's only one faction and only one planet. This looks crazy. I'm repeating myself now. I'll stop repeating myself now. I'm really looking forward to this coming out. Really looking forward to this coming out now. Definitely goes on the pile of games I will cover as soon as they release. Well, if nothing else is going on at the time. Good. With that in mind, everybody, I'm going to take you and I'm going to throw you somewhere else now. There is another thing that I want to look at. Actually, I kind of don't want anyone to look at this, but Alzarath is currently having a look at the FF Remaster. I can give you my opinion about the FFT Remaster right now, and that opinion is don't. Stop giving devs money for lazy bullshit. However, I would really like to know what Alzarath has to say about it. So I'm going to take you and I'm going to throw you over to Alz, who's currently taking a look at the remaster, and I want to see what he has to say about it. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I'm going to play more of this demo off stream, but right now I have to go. I've got friend stuff to do. I'll be back on Thursday. Thursday we're going to take a look at another game that I've never played before. We're going to look at the new Deus Ex Machina. And I'm going to be honest with you, if the new Deus Ex Machina is shit, we're doing more of this. Sorry for not having a lot of time today, but I hope you all have a great rest of your day or night or evening, whatever it currently is, wherever you are. Thank you so much for being here. We'll take Kensei's rate message. Thank you, Kensei. Very kind of you to provide this. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for the input. Thank you for guiding me through this, even though like I was a bit rough at the start. Really, really appreciate the input. Stay safe, okay? Demon Ex Machina. It's called Demon Ex Machina. Thank you, Alfred. It's called Demon Ex Machina. The new one of that. Good night.